why don't we take a look at the luxury market today? Hey there, I'm JC with the Agajanian Group at Whissel Realty, and today we're going to talk about a little more expensive homes. After the conclusion of another really strong year, a lot of homeowners are sitting on more equity than they would have anticipated. In addition to that, they're probably having a little bit stronger wage growth and income due to how well the economy's been doing over the past several years. So if you kind of combine those two factors, a lot of people are thinking, is it time for me to get that nicer home, that bigger home, that home in a different neighborhood, something that might cost a little bit more? Well, we've got 3 important things for you to think about if you're considering moving into what a lot of people consider the luxury space in real estate. The first thing to consider is probably an obvious one. It's price, right? So you're in the luxury market now, you're thinking of making a move up into a more expensive property, and depending on where you're at in that luxury market, you could be facing a lot less competition than possibly the home you're selling, the buyers of that home would be, or a more entry-level type buyer. The higher up you get in that luxury market, the fewer people there are to compete with you. And so you're going to have a little bit more room to negotiate and find that property that's just perfect for you and your family. A second big factor for you to consider when making a move up in the world of real estate is the activity in the market in general. So in the luxury market, we've seen luxury rents just continue to climb just as much as average rents. And buyers in that market are getting sick of it. So they may want to just go ahead and own instead of continuing to rent. Another thing that we're seeing is more activity in general because interest rates continue to be so phenomenal. So they're really motivating people to take advantage of them and make that move now because we know the rates are great now. They likely will be great in the near future, but there's no guarantee of that. So it's really good to take advantage of what you see in front of you instead of waiting and seeing what happens down the road. The final issue is that the more activity is going to bring a little bit more negotiability on the end of the seller side because, to be honest, we saw about a 97% list price to sales price ratio in December. These are national numbers. So if a buyer thinks they might be able to get a seller to come down up to 3% in a much higher range, it's going to mean a lot of money when you break it down. So the amount of activity in the market is an important piece to consider when making this move up. Third important factor is the idea of buyers coming back into the market. We had a slump this time last year. The winter time last year, things slowed down. We thought maybe that was the end for this big, long, stable time of appreciation and we're coming to a pullback. But you know what? Just as quickly as we changed the clocks back and springtime came, rates dropped down and the market stepped off and kept going right again. So listen, a lot of people who are considering getting into a more luxury market, they're buyers. They're also sellers as well. And as you look at that, you need people to come in and buy those homes from them. And with the current status, with rates phenomenal, where they are super low, and buyers coming back out, not being concerned about that pullback that we talked about, having more confidence that it is going to be another good year for real estate, that's going to help you make that move up into the luxury market. So what does this mean to you? These are important factors that a lot of times people may or may not be considering, but whatever your situation is, it's a great time to have a plan put in place to figure out what you're going to do this coming year. And I'd love to sit down and help you put that together. I'm JC with the Agajanian Group at Whissel Realty. You can call me direct at 619-224-9898. Look forward to talking to you soon.